Okay, that's enough. Let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَلَا تَفْعَلَنَّ النَّذْرَ مَنْ نَذْرُ سُنَّةٌ. You don't have to make a nadhr. You don't have to make a promise or vow to do something good. Meaning meaning, yes, you're in a better position. Something that is not obligatory, why you have to make obligatory upon yourself? Nadhr is to make a promise that you're going to do this, or you're going to feed this much amount of poor people, or you're going to give this much money in charity. Something that is not obligatory upon you, you're making obligatory upon yourself. Obviously, you don't do in a normal way. You put a condition. You say, if I get job in this company, okay, I'm making this promise between me and Allah that I will give 100 pound charity. If I get promotion, for example, you're already working, but you say, if I get promotion to the management post or so, I will do this. This is the called nadhr. So he's saying, لا تفعلن النذر من نذر sunnah. This type of nadhr, don't do it. Meaning it's not recommended, neither obligatory, neither recommended to make nadhr. من نذر سنة. Nadhr is not a sunnah. لفقدانه من كل هاد ومرشد. There is no dalil the Prophet ﷺ ever made a nadhr, or the righteous people made a nadhr. Meaning something good you want to do it, without making it obligatory upon yourself, or without making it connected with, or putting a condition.
It's common.
Huh?
It's common in our culture.
No, in Asian culture, I'm not sure about the other culture. In Asian culture, it is
mostly when something is bad, people do that.
Yeah.
So something goes wrong, and to make it correct, or if that works well, then I will tolerate that.
yes. If this happens, I will do that. If that happens, something good, if I achieve, I will do this. That is another. And there are hadiths in which Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he expressed his dislikement, or he expressed his displeasure, let's say, about those people who make nadhr. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in authentic hadith, nadhr doesn't make anything, meaning doesn't bring anything good, neither avert anything bad. What is written, you will get. Only what happened, a person who is bakhil in himself, mean himself, okay, through nadhr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is extracting something from him. Through nadhr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taking something from him. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ النَّذْرَ لِلْخَيْرِ جَالِبًا. Don't think that nadhr will bring anything good. For example, if you say, my son get the, what we say, yes, seat in the medical or this and that, I will do, I will feed 100 people or something. Nadhr is not going to bring anything good. If it is written, he will get. If it's not written, because of your nadhr, nothing is going to change. Because of your nadhr, nothing is going to change. If it is already written for you, you will get it. And however, if you want to feed some poor people, feed randomly. You don't have to wait for this result, worldly result. Okay, بَلِ النَّذْرُ مِخْرَاقُ الْبَخِيلِ الْمُشَدِّدِ. Prophet ﷺ has said that the nadhr is a means by which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes something from a mean person, who is not giving anything in charity, except something good happens to him, or something bad is averted from him. Okay, having said that, it is not haram, by the way. It's not haram to make nadhr, even though it is disliked. Is it clear now? It is disliked to make a nadhr, but it is not haram. Where is the dalil to say it is not haram? Because Prophet ﷺ has encouraged us to fulfill the nadhr if you have made. مَنْ نَذْرَ أَنْ يُطِيعَ اللَّهَ فَلْيُطِعْهُ. The one who has made a vow that he is going to do something good, something righteous, so let him fulfill, let him do it. Had nadhr been haram in the very first place, Prophet ﷺ would not have asked to fulfill the nadhr. Is it clear now? That is one dalil. The another dalil is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praised his righteous slave for whom the Jannah has been prepared. Inna al-abrara yashrabuna min kasin, and so on and so forth. In those, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned their qualities and their attributes. Among them, He said, Yufuna bin nadr. Yufuna bin nadr. They fulfill the nadr. So when you have made a nadr, okay, it is disliked to make, but if you had made a nadr, then you have to fulfill. So this itself tells us that it's not haram. Had it been haram, then you don't fulfill something that is haram. You stay away and refrain. وَلَيْسَ حَرَامُ الْفِعْلِ إِذْ نُدِبَ الْوَفَاء, meaning making a vow is not haram, because Prophet ﷺ has encouraged the person to fulfill his nadar if it is righteous. Unless if you make a nadar to do something wrong, then obviously you don't fulfill. For example, you have dispute or something and you say, okay, if this happens or if something goes, I'm not going to speak him for my whole life or so. Then obviously this is nazar you have made, but you have made nazar to do something wrong, so you don't fulfill here. You break your nazar. Wakun ariman. Okay, those are little bit things about the nazar, and now he's moved to talk about the shahada. What are the rulings of the shahada? Okay, what shahada means? Testimony. Meaning you have seen something happening and there's a need for witness to come forward. So yes, so your testimony should be based upon knowledge and should be truthful. Meaning the witness should be truthful. He should tell what he has saw or what he has witnessed, not taking his side or the other person's side. Meaning when you are saying the truth, someone may get benefit from your testimony, and that testimony may go against someone. Okay, there are two people, isn't it? Your testimony, true testimony, may benefit someone. It can be for someone and it can be against some other person. But it doesn't matter. You say, meaning, yes, you say what you have you have seen, and you say what you have the knowledge of. Your testimony need to be based upon truth and honesty. And even though in the Quran we've been told, كُونُوا قَوَّامِينَ لِلْقِسْطِ شُهَدَاءَ وَلَوْ عَلَى أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوِ الْوَالِدَيْنِ. Meaning, if even the true testimony is going to bring harm to your parents, is going to be against them. Meaning, you saw your parents having dispute with other ladies or with other older people, and you know that your parents are at fault. Okay? And it is very hard. It's very easy to say that you have to be honest. But in those type of situations, you twist few words here and there, and you change the narrative, and you try to portray that they were not at fault, and so on and so forth. So in Quran we told, وَلَوْ عَلَى أَنفُسِكُمْ وَلِوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ. Even it is going against your parents or your relatives, you have to say what is true, who has initiated, who said such, who said or who was more aggressive. Whatever you know, you have to say it with completed honesty and maintaining truthfulness. Okay, so that is the shahada. And what is the false testimony? What about false testimony? It is a big sin. It is a major sin or minor. False testimony. Meaning you know something happened or something hasn't happened, but you are saying otherwise in order to benefit some of your friends or whatever. This is called shahadatul zur. It is one of the major sins. False testimony is one of the major sins. There is a famous hadith in Sahih Bukhari, or I think in Sahih Muslim as well. Prophet ﷺ said, "Ala unabbi'ukum bi akbaril kabair." Shall I not inform you about the major sin, meaning major of the majors? Obviously, he mentioned al-ishraq billah and some other things, and at the end he said, "Ala wa shahadati zur, ala wa shahadati zur, ala wa shahadati zur," meaning the false testimony, the false testimony, the false testimony. So it is a very important testimony. Is very important.
If you don't say anything, you know the truth, but you don't say anything, is that also sin or?
Meaning you say, I don't want to be a witness.
Yeah.
Okay, if you, it is good to stand for the truth, especially someone has been victimized or someone has been robbed, and you have seen something, or you know who was the oppressor. It is good to stand for the truth and help the victim. But if you are fearful that the other guy will be after you, I'm not sure. In that case, you may protect yourself and and say nothing and say, I haven't seen anything. I'm not sure. If you're standing for the truth, you're doing something really good. But there are some people who will cause harm to you, financially and sometimes physically and sometimes otherwise. So protecting yourself is also, but if you're standing for truth, that is higher level. Okay, when we are studying in the madrasa, yes, two classmates had fight physical, and one of them tried to bite the finger of the other and was holding with his, and we could see that it is leaving marks. Okay, meaning marks of the teeth. And then we were urging him to leave. Eventually he left, but he was victim in the sense that he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything, or he could not defend himself. The other one was aggressor, but the victim, if he cannot do anything, these are the things that he will do or go for. Anyway, so I was told to witness. I was trying to avoid because one of them was my friend. So I was saying, no, I don't want to say anything. I haven't seen, even though I saw everything. But yes, either you say the truth and upset your friend, for example, because you know that he is at fault, or take his side and you be sinful. Okay, let's take وَكُنْ عَالِمًا أَنَّ الشَّهَادَةَ مَنْصِبٌ مِنَ الدِّينِ حِفْظًا لِلْحُقُوقِ مِنَ الرَّدِي. And be sure that shahada, testimony, is a mansib, is a responsibility. مِنَ الدِّينِ, it is a religious responsibility. حِفْظًا لِلْحُقُوقِ, and as well, meaning you need a testimony in religious issue as well as to protect the rights of other people. What it means, shahada is important and needed in religious issue. For example, yes, witnessing the moon. Have you seen the new crescent or not? Okay, based upon two people's testimony, the month can be, the qazi will decide and he will say, okay, let's start from the next day because two people have witnessed. So meaning many rulings can be, many rulings are dependent upon testimony. For example, yes, religious issues like the rulings related with the qisas and rulings related with the hudud, the punishment where prescribed punishment should be established, many things are based upon testimony. Has someone killed other person or not? Has someone stolen or not? Where the testimony. So many important things are based upon shahada. Not only the financial issues. Yes, financial issues as well. For example, you have seen that someone has lended money and there are two witnesses or three witnesses. Okay, so yes, the rights of people are dependent upon shahada. So that's what he's saying. Kun aliman anna shahadata mansibun. Be sure that testimony is a responsibility. Many religious rulings dependent upon it as well as the rights of other people. وفيها سلاح للفريقين حق ذا يصان وتبرى ذمة المتجاهد. Pay attention, he's saying, when you are giving the true testimony or you are delivering the true testimony, سلاح للفريقين, you are doing favor for both. What happened in testimony? Generally speaking, testimony in the case where there is a dispute. Where is the dispute between two people or two parties or so? Like the matter goes to the court and so on and so forth, and there is the testimony required. So generally speaking, testimony is where there is a case and two people are disputing each other. So he's saying that when you are delivering a testimony, true testimony, it benefits both parties. How it is benefit both parties? I mean, your true testimony benefits the victim, generally speaking, or benefits the person to whom the rights belongs to. That is understandable. How it is benefiting the other one, the oppressor?
It's like a deterrent, and he'll be punished as well for it.
Okay. It benefits that he won't do it again. And it benefits in this case as well. For example, you have borrowed someone's money, £100, and you are denying, and the other person, when he is giving witness, he is doing favor to you, because now you are able to pay the £100 back to him. What happens hereafter? You don't have money there, you don't have your account there, no bank there, nothing you will have. What happens there? Your good deeds will be taken and given to the person in proportion, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He decides how much a good deed should be given to the person in return for the £100 or so. So actually the one who is taking, meaning what we say, delivering the testimony true, is helping the defendant and the helping the, or whatever the, what do you call, helping the both party, claimant and defendant or whatever, accused. So it benefits both. I mean, obviously, the one against whom the testimony is going, he will be annoyed. Apparently, he will be annoyed, but in long term, yes, he is providing chance for you to return the right back here before the matters goes to hereafter, and you will be the loser in hereafter. So the shahid, I mean the witness, is doing favor for both the victim and the oppressor. Okay, let's move ahead. وَكُنْ ذَا إِهْتِيَاتٍ عَنْ شَهَادَةِ فِرْيَةٍ تَوُولُ إِلَى سَخْطِ الْمُهَيْمِنِ فِي غَدِي. وَكُنْ ذَا إِهْتِيَاتٍ, and be careful or be aware of شَهَادَةِ فِرْيَةٍ, be aware of false testimony. Be aware of false testimony. It is one of the major sins, as I mentioned the hadith. Ala wa shahadati zur, ala wa shahadati zur. And there is another hadith in Sunan ibn Majah. He is mentioning the hadith is coming there. There is another hadith in Sunan ibn Majah which says that the person who has delivered a false testimony, let's say knowingly, he will be taken to the hellfire unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives him. Meaning a person, this sin has got the potential to lead a person to the hellfire. So that's why he's saying, Kun za ihtiyatin shahadati firyatin. Be careful or be aware of false testimony. Ta'ulu ila saqtil muhaymini. This will lead to the displeasure or anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tomorrow Allah will be angry. وَتُوجِبُ لِلْآتِي بِهَا فِي مَقَامَةِ الْجَهِيمِ رَوَى هَذَا ابْنُ مَاجَةَ أَسْنِدِي. And he's saying that this false testimony will lead a person to the hellfire, as it has been mentioned in the Sunan of Ibn Majah. However, I haven't checked the wording of hadith, but Shaykh Abdul Razak al-Badr, in one of his videos, he was saying the hadith is weak. This Ibn Majah's hadith, that a person who has delivered a false testimony, his foot won't be, meaning he won't be allowed to move until he will be taken to account and punished in hellfire. Okay, even if you say the hadith is weak, but still the other hadith is there, the hadith of Sahih Bukhari Muslim, in which he says, shall I not inform you of the greatest of the great sin? Not only major sin, meaning the serious of the major sins. Among them he mentioned, obviously on top of the list is shirk, and then I think he mentioned uququl walidain, or third or fourth he says shahadatul zur, false testimony. Okay, وَكَمْ حَذَّرَ الْهَادِ الْوَرَىٰ عَنْ شَهَادَةٍ بِزُورٍ بِتَهْدِينٍ أَتَى وَتَوَعِّدٍ. And he said there are a number of hadiths in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in which Hadi al-Wara. Hadi al-Wara means the guide to the people. Who he means by this? The guide. Who is the guide? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, and remember when we say Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Hadi, Hidayah is of two types. Hidayatul Dalala wal Irshad, meaning you are showing the path, and the other Hidayah is to create the tawfiq in the heart. Okay, make the person accept the truth. So this one is in Allah's hand, creating the tawfiq and turning the heart so the person accept the truth. It is only in Allah's power. As for the other one, the Hidayatul Dalala wal Irshad, yes, it is the duty of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and any one of us Any one of us who knows the what is true, what is wrong, and he has the knowledge of Islam, he can show the path. He can say, look, this is Sunnah, this is Bid'ah, and for example, yes, prohibiting from fasting on the Saturday, even if it is the Arafah, is something wrong. If you have knowledge, you can tell. Okay, remind me at the end, I will address this issue a little bit. And you people pass to your friends and relatives because of some videos and some thing being circulated on social media and YouTube, forbidding people or asking people to refrain from fasting because it is Saturday. Okay, أما قال قول الزور على كبيرة مع الشرك في لفظ سين قيدي. He's saying, didn't Prophet ﷺ said that قول الزور, the false testimony, is one of the serious sin, or from among the major sins, meaning serious of serious sins, along with the shirk. And this is in the Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. That's the hadith I mentioned. ألا أنبئكم بأكبر الكبائر. Okay, فأربعة بالزور يهلك نفسه وباغ ومظلوم وقاذ تعمدي. He's saying with the false testimony, he's stressing on this issue because it is serious. The rights are lost. Many rights are dependent upon the testimony. And many decisions that Qazi or the judge makes depends on the availability of testimony, true or false. So it is very important. A man can be killed, for example, by a gang or by a person or two, and there may be many people who have witnessed. And if they don't come or twist it or make a false testimony, what happens? The person will get away. And the justice cannot be established. So the issue of Shahada is really important. He's saying, فَأَرْبَةٌ بِالزُّورِ يُهْلِكُ, meaning if a person who is delivering a false testimony, he is destroying 4 people. He is putting 4 people into trouble. First of all, himself, nafsahu. First of all, he is not doing any favor for himself. Rather, he is bringing the displeasure of the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon him. So he is destroying himself. وَبَاغٍ, and with his false testimony, he is destroying the oppressor. How he is destroying? Okay, here if you tell the truth, the punishment or whatever will be established upon him, and hereafter he won't be held responsible for this crime. You think you're doing favor for the criminal, but you're not. So you're destroying him as well. وَمَظْلُوم, and you are destroying the victim. That is understandable. His right is being lost because of your false testimony. So how many people are being affected? He himself first, with the sin, and the zalim, baghin, I mean the zalim and the madlum, waqadin, and neither you are doing favor to the judge, rather you are misleading, and you're forcing him to make a wrong judgment. So, Qazi may not be sinful. Let's say, obviously he does not know the knowledge of ghaib. He decides based upon the evidence and the witness or so, but again you didn't do a favor. Okay, كفى زاجرا عن ذلكم كل عاقل سقوط شهيد الزور من عين شهدي. So he mentioned all these evil consequences of the false testimony, and last thing he's saying, كفى زاجرا عن ذلكم كل عاقل سقوط شهيد الزور من عين شهدي. He's saying, look, when you deliver a false testimony, what happens? Along with these evil consequences, yes, your status will be dropped in the eyes of the other people. They won't treat you as a reliable person. Meaning, once you are known to have twisted the testimony or your false testimony or whatsoever, the people who know the issue, what happens? They don't show you any respect. You will be dropped from their eyes. That's what he's saying. كَفَى زَاجِرٌ عَنْ ذَلِكُمْ كُلُّ عَاقِلٍ سُقُوطُ شَهِيدِ الزُّورِ مِنْ عَيْنِ شُهَدِ. Okay, let's take a couple off and then we stop. couple of lines and we'll stop here inshallah. وَيَهْرُمُ فِي الْحَالَيْنِ جُولٌ. In each case, making money through the testimony is haram. What it means each case, whether if it is true testimony or false, in any case you're not allowed to make money, and especially if it is the false one. Not money, you should pay the penalty. Someone should come and put penalty upon you. You should be paying the money, not you should be making. وَقِيلَ لَا لِفَقْرٍ. Only exception is that the witness can make money or can be paid if he is poor. Let's say he has to go to the court. He is living here and the case is being heard in the Manchester, let's say, in that court, and he needs to travel. Okay, here it is good. You help him. Otherwise, yes, pay the testimony seeking reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَقِيلَ لَا لِفَقْرٍ وَقِيلَ إِنْ أَيَّنَا وَالْأَدَى قِدِي. Meaning he's saying in ayyana, meaning if you are the only one who was the witness, then you have to stand for. And especially if the rights of someone is being lost. Unless, as the brother says, that if you yourself feel that you will be in trouble by the other party, and there are many people, Nazbillah, there are many people of that type, especially in back in those countries, Asian countries, African countries where law and order is weak. Yes, people see something happening wrong, but out of the fear, they say, I haven't seen anything. So obviously protecting yourself is also important. So he's saying in ayyana wal ada qidi, meaning if you are the only witness, then it is good to deliver the testimony and say what you have witnessed. Okay, one more line. وَمَنْ إِنْدَهُ إِلْمٌ بِحَدٍّ لِرَبِّهِ فَتَرْكُ الْأَدَاءَ أَوْلَى وَإِنْ شَاءَ لِيَشْهَدِ. Pay attention now, something related with the shahada, but different as well. وَمَنْ إِنْدَهُ إِلْمٌ بِحَدٍّ, meaning you have seen someone doing something which requires a had, prescribed punishment. You have seen someone stealing, let's say. Okay, stealing someone's mobile. Obviously, yes, here the punishment will be established, because depending if it is just 2-3 pounds, maybe not. But if it is worthwhile, then yes. If you have seen, man indahu ilmun, if you have got knowledge about someone's action which requires or which demands a prescribed punishment, then what? Shall you go to the Qazi and say, or people of authority and say, I have witnessed this, or shall you keep quiet? What's the ruling? Okay, it is stealing one. Let's say something else where human rights have not been violated. I mean, you have seen two people committing adultery. What do you call consensual one, let's say, and you happen to see. So, yes, so would you go to the Qazi and say, let's say 4 people were there. Obviously, if you are the only one and you go and pay the testimony, you will be the one who will be punished. If you are not able to bring 4, okay, the Haddul Qadhaf will be established upon you. But let's say you were 4 or 5 people. So would you be quiet or go? He's saying, Fatarkul ada awla. Leaving the issue is better, because no one's worldly rights have been violated. And what happens if you take the issue to the court? Yes, the punishment may be established on both boy and girl, and it is had. So what is required is to idrul hudud bi shubhat, meaning yes, try your best these type of cases not to be materialized, meaning if there is a doubt or anything, disregard them. So we've been told, if there's any shubha, any doubt, or any way by which the accused can get benefit, give him. Because here, someone's personal rights are not being violated, is the rights of Allah. And obviously there is a prescribed punishment. وَإِنْ شَاءَ لِيَشْهَدِ. If he wants, he can go and give the testimony. But in the last line that we are stopping here, he's saying if a person is a professional and known for these activities, let's say you saw someone drinking, but this is the first time he's not known to be the bad person. Okay, don't take the matter to the qazi. But let's say someone is professional, has been seen by number of people, or have been seen by being drinking or drunk by number of people. Then you should take him, let him learn his lesson. Let him learn his lesson. He's looking to be professional. So that's what he said. وَلَوْ قِيلَ دَاوَى وَعْكِسْ إِن تَخْشَى كَثْرَةَ الْخِنَا أَوْ أَبَى وَازًا بَلْ أَوْجِبْ بِأَجْوَدِ. Meaning, you have given him nasiha, you have advised him, nothing helping, and he's still persisting with those matters or in those sins or so, then yes, take the issue later, thereafter. But if you have seen a person known to be okay or good, just you have saw once being drunk or so, don't take the matter to the people of authority. So that is the difference. And we'll stop here. Subhanakallah bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Mention the Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday's issues, obviously it is not issue, but people are making issue out of it. It is not an issue, but some people are making issue out of it. How it is? Because we find the majority of the scholars, contemporary in recent times or previously, the very vast majority of scholars, they didn't even talk about this issue. For not fasting on Saturday, the issue wasn't like meaning the issue wasn't discussed by the vast majority of the scholars in previous time, neither in recent time. Yes, there are some scholars who have gone to the opinion that you don't fast on Saturday except the fast is obligatory one. Like in Ramadan, it is obligatory one. Or there are some other cases when it can be obligatory out of the Ramadan, meaning other than the obligatory fast, no fast on Saturday. Where is the dalil for this saying? Yes, there is a hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said, لا تسوموا يوم السبت في غير الفريضة أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. There is a hadith that says that don't fast on Saturday في غير الفريضة. Voluntary fast, don't fast on Saturday. Unless it is an obligatory fast, then you can fast on Saturday. Otherwise, voluntary fast, no. So based upon this hadith, some people are saying don't fast on Saturday. No voluntary fast should be done on Saturday. And tomorrow is Saturday. Arafah is going to be tomorrow. So don't fast because Prophet ﷺ said only obligatory fast can be done on Saturday, no voluntary fast. Okay, that is the opinion of few scholars, very few scholars of recent time and previously. But let's see the hadith. The hadith, yes, some scholars have authenticated and some other scholars have regarded this hadith as weak. So it is not a hadith whose authenticity has agreed upon by the scholars. Imam Malik said, هذا الحديث كذب. This hadith is a lie, wrong. Imam Zuhri, another great scholar, he says, ضعيف. This hadith is weak. Imam Abu Dawud and Imam Nasai, one of them said this hadith is mustarib. Mustarib means there is istirab, confusion, and we don't know which wording is the authentic one. And there is istirab in sanad, istirab in matan. And one of them said it is mansukh. Mansukh means it has been abrogated. Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the famous scholar, he said this hadith is against the usul al-sharia. هذا الحديث يخالف usul al-sharia. Meaning this hadith is against the majority of the authentic hadiths. This hadith is against many authentic hadiths. Let's use the word many authentic hadiths. And that is the true. And that is the case here. For example, you see, there's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari, more authentic than this one. The prohibition one is disputed one. Some scholars regard it authentic. I mentioned a number of scholars who have said weak. And the more authentic hadith, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal said this hadith is against the number of authentic hadiths. For example, this hadith Sahih Bukhari, that one of Prophet ﷺ's wife was fasting on Friday. Prophet ﷺ said, did you fast day before? She said, no. Are you going to fast tomorrow? Have you got intention to fast tomorrow as well? She said, no. then Prophet ﷺ said, in that case, break your fast. So this hadith what tells us? That fasting on Friday for her along with the Saturday was okay, but singling out of Friday was wrong. So this hadith allows fasting on Saturday, and this is more authentic than the previous one. Another hadith, the number of hadiths in which Prophet ﷺ said authentic hadiths that the best voluntary fast is the fast done by Dawud alayhi salam. Fasting one day, leaving another day. Fasting one day, leaving another day. No matter from where you start. Every other week you happen to fast on Saturday. Let's say you started Sunday. Let's say you started, this is your starting point. You started Sunday, and then you fasted on Tuesday, then you fasted on Thursday, and then Saturday. Every other week you happen to fast on Saturday. Prophet ﷺ didn't say, okay, one day, other day, but exclude the Saturdays also. Has it been wrong? Then he would have explained. And the other hadith, Prophet ﷺ said in number of authentic hadiths, the best fast every month is the 3 days fasting. On the Ayyam-e-Bid, meaning on the bright days, 13, 14, 15. Did he say exclude the Saturday or Friday day? Meaning when you are fasting 13, 14, 15, you fast regardless. Whether it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever. Another dalil which tells us that fasting on Saturday, voluntary fasting is good, nothing wrong, is the famous hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said, anyone who fasts on Ramadan and then follows up with 6 fasting from Shawwal. Okay, and the best way to follow up is you celebrated your Eid and start fasting from the next day until you do it 6 days continuously. And obviously, if the Eid is on Monday, only day, with the exception of Saturday, if the Eid is on any other day of the week, and then you started fasting after the Eid 6 days continuously, you will happen to fast on Saturday. And Prophet ﷺ did not exclude Saturday, or didn't say, rather everyone says, all the scholars says yes, except for maybe those people who say don't fast Saturday. But if it was that case, Prophet ﷺ would have mentioned here. So all these ahadith tells us, the more authentic ahadith allows us to fast on Saturday. And there's another case which is called shadh and mahfuz. Let's say one hadith is authentic, but the more authentic ahadith are against this. So this is called shadh and those called mahfuz. Here the case is not sahih and more sahih. Here is the case, a hadith that has been disputed. Okay, here the case is even weaker, because here the hadith is disputed, its authenticity goes against a number of authentic hadiths. Had this hadith been authentic, still we would have been meaning we were required to follow the more authentic hadiths, follow the mahfuz, not the shadh one. Here the case is even weaker, because the other hadith which prohibits, meaning its authenticity is not agreed upon by the scholars. Some scholars regard authentic, and there are some scholars who regard zaif and kadhib. Kadhib means lie. And what's happening? These people who are promoting this idea and circulating only causing people or depriving people from the blessing of the day of Arafah. You are depriving them from getting their sins forgiven. All they say, okay, your intention was there and you're not fasting because of the saying of Prophet ﷺ, you will be rewarded. First, prove that this saying of Prophet ﷺ is authentic and is not being contradicted by more authentic hadiths. If you prove it that yes, Prophet ﷺ prohibited and he did not allow to fast in other hadiths, then you can build, okay, because he prohibited and because of his instruction you're not fasting, your intention was there, you'll be rewarded, but you haven't proved the point. Meaning first prove the foundation and then build what we say, the building upon it. The foundation is not being established here. Subhanakallah bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.